Do you think that Trump is going to take the stage tonight and going to actually claim victory?
I mean, I don't know what else he'd be there to do.
Well, what's he going to say? Hey, but why would he do anything by pressing?
Why would he say
why all of a sudden now he's just going to start like doing...
Everybody keeps telling me he's not going to do any of the things he campaigned on. He's going to be a normal Republican now. I don't know. I don't see that. I don't see it that way. I'm trying to adjust my way of thinking to this new normalizing of Donald Trump that we're supposed to be doing.
Rachel, I have never tried to normalize Donald Trump, and I didn't vote for him. But I am just dismayed and sort of stunned that he continues to defy every convention of politics.
He has one pressure on him, which you've been talking about all night, this future Dow. The fact that there's this world markets roiling, going crazy, he has got the responsibility, probably if he wins, to deal with that. So that's a reality he has to deal with. And I think he may come out tonight just say, I'm not as crazy as I look.
I don't know how he feels about that responsibility. He may look at that number at the Dow with those Dow futures down 800 and think, good. His closing argument had a picture of Janet Yellen and Lloyd Blankfein and talking about George Soros talking about the global elites who are working against you, as if there is a conspiracy of global elites, which is the Clintons and some powerful Jewish people, that is out to take your country away, and I'm going to give it back. I don't think a guy like that worries about the markets being down on account of him. I think he takes it as a badge of honor.
I'm sitting here rewinding the last couple of days because there's going to be, as James correctly points out, the kind of obituary of all obituaries written about this. Trying to reconstruct the signs that were out there.
I think it's very close to the Titanic, to this kind of situation where even God himself cannot sink this ship. I mean, everybody agreed, and that he was going to lose because he made all those mistakes. He had no ad campaign on television. He had no ground game. He said things that were derisive to a quarter of the population. He did it over and over again. People weren't going to vote for him. They did.
Meanwhile, we're just looking at the lower right-hand part of your screen there. Dow Jones futures down over 500. We've seen that number go from 200 to 300 to 500 to 700, approaching 800 at one point tonight. This is looking ahead again at what's going to happen when the markets open. The markets have been, frankly, for lack of a better term, freaking out every time it looks like Donald Trump might have a shot at the presidency.
Just to offer one contrast to those slightly understated headlines.
Yes, Casey Hunt.
What is going on at the Clinton headquarters right now, backstage? I'm told Lady Gaga is in tears. Cher is in tears. Katy Perry was supposed to sing the national anthem in this kind of surprise start. She didn't. She had a stand-in.
Look at the infrastructure around tonight. Look at that event, the staging, the venue, the talent backstage, all of it.
The napkins.
From the napkins.
That's your Hillary napkin?
Not be overstated the magnitude of this political story.
Oh,
we don't have the words
to
explain this. And Trump, and she doesn't, I have no doubt that she doesn't think Trump knows anything. He doesn't prepare for anything. He doesn't study anything. He has no idea of what's going on in the world, the country. And I'm very confident that she's right. And this has got to be, I really feel for her tonight.
Well, I don't think we should overlook the human element here either. If Hillary Clinton does win this, I mean, this is potentially, it's a devastating end.
And, I'm thinking about President Obama, too. I mean, to have the first African-American president succeeded by a guy who was endorsed by the KKK.
And boy, the second guessing here is just, it is going to be going forever.
We're hearing the room pipe up here at the Midtown Hilton. We have been advised that Trump himself will take the stage. We don't know that for sure, but the room is reacting to something. We also don't know what Donald Trump will say, if this will be a victory speech or what. And as we get to this point of the night, I think it's also, James, as you were saying, it's hard to overstate the political import of what this is. What Donald Trump is offering in terms of policy is as radical a departure from normal American politics as anything that has ever happened in any of our lifetimes. I mean, he has promised political vengeance for his enemies. He has promised to jail his opponent in this election. He has promised to restrict the press in unprecedented ways. He has proposed banning Muslims from the United States. Even if you don't believe it, he has. He's not rescinded that pledge. He has pledged to rip us out of NATO. He has said he will go meet with Vladimir Putin. He doesn't care if President Obama is still in office. He will do it before he's sworn in. He's promised to create a national deportation force to go door to door, business to business, and throw more than 10 million people out of this country. I mean, if he does any one of those things that he has promised to do, our country is about to face some serious crises.
Yeah, I got to bust in with what you can read on our screen, the graphic in red. Kristen Welker covering the Clinton campaign. Kristen?
Have now confirmed that Secretary Clinton has conceded to Donald Trump. This concession took place in a phone call. We anticipate just moments ago. And as we are awaiting Donald Trump taking the stage here, that is the news at this hour. Secretary Clinton has conceded to Donald Trump. It is a stunning and shocking development, particularly for her supporters who waited hours here at the Javits Center to hear from her when it appeared as though the path was becoming too difficult. A number of them broke out into tears, started leaving early. Grief started to set in, one of her supporters told me. This is a political upset of huge, huge magnitude. Of course, she was holding the event here at the Javits Center, which has a glass ceiling, something that she was hoping to break through tonight to make history, to become the first woman president, but it was not to be. Again, Secretary Clinton conceding to Donald Trump this evening. Brian.
The attention now shifts to the ballroom at the Hilton and the vice presidential nominee, Mike Pence. Reminder, a concession does not equal crossing the threshold of 270, but a concession is a concession, probably in light of some unavoidable math.